Okay, this is William Alfred from EasyBladeShavingProducts.com. Today I will be giving my client a medium drop fade. I will start with my clipper, with my adjustable clipper, all the way open to give my first shade. If you notice, the way I'm giving the shade is I'm going to the side, I'm going up, straight up, I'm going on a slant, I'm cutting on a slant, just to guarantee that all of the hair that I'm cutting is cut evenly. You may have to go over the shade a couple times just to guarantee that the shade is even. I'm pulling the ear down using moderate tension, headed toward the back now in the occipital area. Notice I'm stretching the skin. Notice there's a comb in my hand. Always keep a comb in your hand. You want to make sure that you clear the canvas out every time that you cut. Pulling the skin up. I'm starting at the parietal and pulling the hair up, or pulling the scalp up. And like I said, moderate tension. You don't want to do it too much. And you don't want to be too loose with the skin. Okay, so now I'm using my detachable Andes Supers now, and the blade that I'm using is a 1A for my next shade. I'm using a 1A, and as you can see, it's different layers now. I got my close layer, I got my medium layer, and now I'm working the parietal section with a number 2 blade. Now I'm going to flip the clipper upside down, and I'm going to go with the grain using that 2 blade. Smoothing the top out. I'm going with the grain because the top has a different texture. It's a more thinner texture, and it has a wave pattern. So I don't want to take the risk of going against the grain and cutting too much hair out, or cutting the wave pattern out the hair. So I'm going with the grain using a number 2. Be careful for whirls, cowlicks. You want to cut around those. Now I put my 1.5 on, and I'm going to go under under the crown area where I just used the 2 blade at. So now I'm using that 1.5. I'm going in between to do some blending. I'm using the back and forth motion, slow strokes. Using the same moderate tension, stretching the scalp. I want to make sure that every hair that's supposed to get cut is getting cut. I don't want to jump around, I don't want to skip. Stay committed to your area. Now I just dropped another blade. Now I'm using the number 1 blade. This number 1 blade is going to get that bottom line out that I use my adjustable clippers for, or that I created with my adjustable clippers. So I'm using that number 1 to take out the bottom line. As you can see, those steps are now becoming a slide. And what I'm doing, I jump right back to the top. Now this time I went down to a 1A, and I'm smoothing out that parietal section. I want the haircut to look like it belongs to him. I don't want the haircut to look like I placed it on top of his head. So I'm using the corner of the blade, doing some final blending. And it's like a back and forth motion. I go up top, I smooth down, I lay it down more and more, and then I'll fade up. Lay down, fade up. Now I'm trimming the hair. I'm trimming the outline, I'm trimming the perimeter up using my wall detailers. It's a press and pull method. All you do is just tap. Same thing with the beard. You're going more like on an angular sliding motion. But basically you're creating a guide. I'm using the underhand to clean up. Now, I always say keep your detailers at factory setting. Very important. If you want a sharper line, then go back in with the razor. But I wouldn't advise that you zero gap your wall detailers because they can become very, very sharp. I'd rather have more of a factory setting, a clipper at factory setting where I can keep going over it than to have it too sharp and it will leave a cut in the client's scalp. You don't want that, especially over the sensitive areas. There we go. Easy Blaze shaving gel. So oil, I love this stuff. Again, it's oil based. I place it around the perimeter of the hairline. Make that razor glide smooth with no resistance. So once I placed it, I go ahead and keep my razor in between the 30-degree and the flat surface. I'm pulling it toward me, basically using a freehand stroke. Again, moderate tension on the beard, and then I'm shaving down. I'll go ahead and snip it up, trim it up a little bit with my double duck shears, and there you have it. Nice clean fade.